Yo, yo, yo. What up, everybody? It's your boy Tay Day all day back again with another episode of the feed. And I want you guys to know that today I really want to talk about the J. Cole's last two albums. Okay? Specifically, I want to talk about is KOD. Now, this is going to linger over into the new album, the off season, but I want to touch on KOD, and I want to know what your opinion is. I want to know what you think, you guys think about KOD versus the off season. Which one's better? What do you like about this one more than the other? I want to know the facts, and that's really what today's conversation is about, because I'm going to share my opinion with you guys. Alright? And my opinion will be just, how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? If you feel the same, awesome. If not, awesome. Either way, don't matter. So, just to shoot it and get it going, my opinion on this is that KOD is better than the off-season. Not saying that the off-season is bad or trash or anything like that. I really think it's good, but it's really about the in-depth. Now, if you were a J. Cole fan, or a KOD fan, or off-season fan, whatever it is, I want you guys to give me what your opinion is. Now, right now, off-season, I've listened to the album through and through almost 3 times. Heard some songs a little bit more than others, but I've actually sat and listened to the album all the way through twice. Now, if you go back, and I told people this as well, if you go back and listen to KOD, the full album KOD, then listen to the off season, and then go back and listen to KOD, or vice versa. I did it vice versa. I listened to the off season as soon as the same day it came out. Then I went back and listened to KOD. Then came back and listened to the off season one more time. I ain't feeling it like I felt KOD, and it could have been the hype behind it that it's killing off the off season. Too much hype, too much expectation can definitely drop down those lower levels when we're talking about off season's expectations, because he dropped the interlude on 7, and then people firing up the album even more. You got the Climb Back, that was a single that he dropped that's already on the off season. So we got 2 singles that dropped before the 10 other songs came into play. Now, when I'm sitting here thinking about KOD it's an album that was a full story within it. I mean, it had a full story within each and every song that had lessons that combined throughout the whole album. And on top of that, you have emotional roller coasters that are going through your mind, and how you connect with the artist on a whole nother level. It wasn't even about the hype. It wasn't even about J. Cole. It was about how it personally connected to you and your life story and what you've been through. And then it helps you connect with other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could probably go off and listen to this song, this album on a first date when you go out and y'all chilling. Y'all going out and chilling and just looking over the hill. Looking down at the city and listening to the song, and boom, that's conversations over each song you hear. And y'all can have so many different topics and be sitting there for hours, and they just go by and listen to it just based off of those few songs. And you probably play the whole damn album back because y'all had so good a conversation. And then on top of all that I've already said, you got, when you play it over, it hits even different. Multiple times I've listened to the whole KOD album, and it's hit different ways. You learn different things about what the message is in the song, the description, the detail, all of that, just to say, this is what I'm feeling. I'm human too. We matter. All of these different things that are said and done, all in one album. That's why I believe KOD is a classic, hands down. Nobody can say nothing. KOD is the shit. By far, easily, as an adult, my favorite album. Now, we talk about off-season. Off-season, I've only listened to it twice, as I said, 2.5 times. But what I'm doing is I'm going to listen to it a couple more times, let it sit back, since it's only 12 songs, right under 40 minutes. Sit back, let it ponder, and then listen to it a couple more times to see if it can give me more than I've heard so far. I know that I may be looking for more because now I'm expecting it from J. Cole's music. And not to say I haven't heard some of his stuff or what he's delivering, but to say that when you listen to his music, what does this have in store for you? What is this? I mean, he has messages in the off season. Of course, he do mix it up a little bit. But now, I believe I like the connection and deepness of KOD and how deep and how in-depth it was, and his wordplay at that point. Now this is like, off season just feels like a fuck you for half of the songs, like fuck you niggas, I'm up here, realize your place. Niggas still talking about, this spot. Hey, my wordplay game is next level. You niggas don't even matter. That's what kind of feel I get from a few of his songs. And don't get me wrong, that's cool and all. But I like how KOD steered away from that conversation. Because a lot of rappers out here, fuck you niggas is this, you niggas is that, I'm this, I'm that. And I feel like I hear that a lot from the typical rapper. And I don't look at J. Cole as being a typical rapper. So when I hear the off season, that's what I've got. Now if you haven't listened to the off season, please, you got iTunes, you got YouTube, you got so many platforms to go ahead and listen to this song for free. So there's no reason for you to not listen to the song at least one playthrough through the album to get an idea of what I'm talking about. But I understand that J. Cole's actual message overall is that he is a wise man. Now I don't know what his intentions was with the off season. I haven't figured that out yet, and that's why I want to have the off season to be a whole separate podcast conversation of whenever I feel like I have a good understanding of what his message is, so I won't be able to give just a comparison to KOD. Now I'm still going to give my opinion and see if, hey, maybe the off season turns out the messages are deeper and it's, it could be right on point for me, but it all hits different for each and every individual. So that all leads me to say this. As of right now, KOD is still the #1 album that J. Cole has made. But J. Cole also doesn't make his albums all to hit the same. They're all from different walks of life. And he has just a different type of game to put out there for us. So, I'm not quite sure where it's going to be at. So the mystery still stands. How far does off season go? How will you rank off season for in the Balance of Forest Hill album? You know what I'm saying? Or the KOD or the off season? Where would you put those three? Because right now, off season, if I had to rank out of those three, All season will be number 3. Forest Hill is number 2. KOD is up there, number 1. But we will see after I get a little bit more deeper into depth. Maybe look at some of the lyrics, play it back, and see how things go. But I would love to hear you guys' opinion. Tell me, what do you think about J. Cole's album, The Off Season? Have you heard it? Did you listen to KOD? Did you listen to Forest Hill? You know, I wasn't a J. Cole fan until I really got into more of his Forest Hill time slot. Listened to a lot of his Forest Hill songs because they were stories. And I love songs that have stories and then have lessons to learn with them. So when we talk about getting into depth, we're going to go ahead and depict these albums and see which one is the best, or how we would rank them. But I would love to hear from you guys what your opinion is. Oh, excuse me. And how you guys feel about the off season versus the KOD. Those are the two that I really focus on and want to know what people, really think about them, because I've heard a little like, it's, off season's good, but it's not as up to the hype. And it's so hard when you drop a really good album, especially the KOD album, you drop something like that leave people in mystery and confliction, and then make them want to get right. From listening to that music to you bringing another song. People make videos about it, all these things. Now, is it real or is it fake? Did he actually meet his hype or not? But J. Cole's not worried about that. So I'm not blaming J. Cole. I just want to know, because J. Cole's out there hooping in Africa now. You know what I'm saying? He's paid his price, and he's got himself in a comfortable state where he can do whatever the fuck he want to do. But I want to know what you guys think, just on his album's sake. Alright, man. Your boy Tay Day. Appreciate you listening in. Hope that you guys go ahead and shoot me a message. Make sure you go to Blog and Pod on my Facebook. Okay? Facebook, Blog and Pod. There's other podcasts that will be posted there, and also you can go ahead and shoot a comment post on the feed so you can let me know what you guys really think about the KOD versus off season, or just what you think of the off season period, since it is the most recent release. Alright, man. Thank you guys. Peace.